Next, one of their songs on the new album has been called the anthem of the debt crisis. Riches to Rags features on their 9th studio album, Bag of Bones. They were one of the most successful rock acts of the 80s, selling more than 12 million albums worldwide. The Final Countdown was #1 in 25 countries in 1986. I'm delighted to welcome Tempest and John Norum from Europe. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Now let's talk about that song. Was it based on the debt crisis? Are you feeling quite pessimistic about the state of the world?
It was really cool to read that. I think it was a review in the Financial Times or something. But obviously we had an anthem with the Final Countdown. It was very popular and maybe still is in some places. But we wrote this song called Riches to Rags. And the opening lines are, this is the sound of us falling apart. This is the sound never getting back to the start. We're going down. But for us it has a different meaning. But it was kind of cool they picked up on that. So now we have a new anthem, but it's quite heavier. But it's
what's the real meaning then?
For us it was more, this is the sound of us falling apart. We were saying goodbye to our past. We had almost a funeral for the 80s and a funeral for our past. We wanted to move on, and we have a straightforward rock album that's more rooted in earlier influences like Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, and so we were in a way saying goodbye to the 80s with this album, and it's been well received, so you know.
Okay, well, we're going to listen to one of the songs off the album. It's called Not Supposed to Sing the Blues. Give us a quick introduction to it.
Well, it's a groovy song. You know, I mean, it's really going back to the basics. I mean, you can hear the influences from, you know, bands that we grew up with in the 70s, like Deep Purple and Black Sabbath and bands like that. And, you know, this is one of the heavier, you know, songs on the album. And, it's really good. It's great melody and a great sound.
Okay, well,
and we worked with a great producer this time.
The music speaks for itself. This is called Not Supposed to Sing the Blues. Now that's off your 9th studio album?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You've been going for 3 decades. You had a bit of a break for about 10 years in the middle. What keeps you going? Why did you start again?
We couldn't not. You know, we like working together. We met when we were 14 and 15. Came from 2 different bands and formed this band Fours, and then we became Europe. And we can't really do anything else.
No,
we're very
rockers,
lucky. Very lucky.
We're just rockers.
We're so lucky. I mean, having this job, we can tour and release album, and we're friends since teenage years. So we like to take care of it now. We don't want to lose it again. We don't want to have a break like that. We just want to keep going. And we're lucky. We've done 4 albums since we come back, and we're getting some success again. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
Now, no one will ever forget the Final Countdown. I'm sure that's what everyone sings to you. I mean, when I came into the studio, people were humming it, knowing that you were about to come in the studio. I mean, do you think you can ever have a big hit like that again?
We're not trying. And to be fair, we didn't even try then. That song was 6 minutes long. We wanted to have an opening song for our show. We wanted to have an album track like that was exciting. So we didn't know, you know, that it would, you know, take flight. And now it belongs out there somewhere. They use this song for everything. But no, we haven't aimed for that. We aim to do an album that we really like ourselves, and it seems to people like to share it with us, so that's good.
Well, you never know, do you? Lots of rockers from the 80s and 90s are still going, and one of them is Iggy Pop. Are you a fan of his?
Yeah, he's done some cool stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I got the album Raw Power like in the mid-70s, and I still love that album. I think it's great, you know, and I used to play a lot of those songs in my first band too, you know, I covered them, and that album was also produced by David Bowie. That kind of, you know, made it a little bit more interesting for me because I'm a huge Bowie fan, you know. I love this that whole Ziggy Stardust, you know, period.
Okay, well, he's doing something completely